Good morning, everyone, and millennials included. We saw a Facebook comment that looked hilarious, that you're proud to be a millennial, where at least you know you're free, which is very pertinent and very true.
Very.
I am here with Kristin McNamara, friend of Steen's, pop culture expert, Page 6 writer girl.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. It's just going to be girls hanging out.
Girls
having
hanging
fun.
out, like just two pop culture experts shooting the shit. And also just two friends.
Yes.
Fun fact about Stin, we met at camp, the same camp where Camp Toast will be taking place. So if you have any sort of logistical questions about the campsite, you know, how the showers work, Stin's your girl to ask.
I'm your girl. Anything you got to ask, I know the answer.
Oh,
wait, speaking of camp for 1 second, do you know what I was thinking about this morning and cracking up? When we all sang in the talent show.
Oh my God.
And you did the climb.
Oh my God. Wait, what did you, in Campfire Talent Show?
Yes, and me and Claudia sang Who Says by Selena Gomez, just to uplift all the campers. It was a beautiful moment.
It's such a simpler time when Selena Gomez was singing one of the most underrated song, Who Says.
It's a winner, for sure.
It's the I Feel Pretty of songs.
It is, although it's better.
Even though Stin told me that she watched I Feel Pretty last night for the first time and she did not like it, which is shocking.
I mean, I was telling Jackie, I went into it, I don't love Amy Schumer, but I wanted to give the movie a chance because I liked her previous movies. But yeah, no, I didn't laugh once. I hated everything about it. I like the message, but
That's so crazy.
I didn't laugh, sorry.
But I guess if you have to watch like a 2-hour movie with a character that you don't like, you're not gonna like the movie.
Exactly.
There's no chance. Like if I had to watch a 2-hour movie with Lena Dunham starring, there's no chance I'm gonna like the movie.
There's no chance anyone's gonna like that movie. Sorry.
Oh my God. Also, I finally finished Shutter Island last night. I'm excited for Claudia to come back on Monday so we can talk about it. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but not in a long time, but I remember that it's a mind twister. It's a mind twister.
And I actually enjoyed it because I don't like horror films. And while I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is so not my kind of movie. Like, this is way too dark for me. Holocaust vibes, can't and shan't. But then what actually winds up happening, which I'm obviously not going to spoil, is a way more palatable thing than
I don't remember what happened.
than what you thought was happening. Just
You'll have to
I don't
tell
want
me
to spoil
after.
it, but all I'll say, if you want to meet me for a second, that's fine. All I'll say is all about perspective.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember.
Okay, you can unmute me. Anyways, we have, as always, a fabulous show for you guys today. Very well-rounded stories.
Very.
Plus, it's Friday, so we're just in high spirits.
Oh, TGIF. I'm seeing Taylor Swift tonight, so I'm in especially high spirits.
We were supposed to go together, but now I'm going on Sunday. Still good.
She bailed.
But when a concert is in town for like 3 nights, which night do you think is the best show? The first
I was
or the
thinking
last?
about this. Okay, I think the first one that was listed is the best one. Because those are the real fans that were waiting to get the tickets. And then you know how they add a second show and then they add a third show. So I don't know which one was the first one listed. I think it might, I don't know if it's tonight or
What if they
tomorrow.
were all listed at the same time?
Okay.
Because I remember I saw Drake at Madison Square Garden. I think he did like 3 or 4 nights there. And he was saying like, this is the best crowd that we've had in New York yet. And I was like, you definitely said that to all the New York crowds. And I want to know, like, in your heart of hearts, who was the best New York crowd?
Oh, that's a great question. Maybe it's the last night, especially when it's a good city, because it's like, this is the farewell. And New York, obviously, is one of the best cities that she's going to. So maybe you're going to the right show and I'm going to the wrong show.
I don't know. You have to let me know what she says about the crowd, and I'll let you know what she says about, like, and she's going to talk about your crowd and be like, night 1 crowd was shit.
You're right.
She would never say that, though.
She would never.
Actually, this is a great segue into our first story because it does involve Miss Swift herself. Who's ready to hear the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast?
I am.
I am. I'm ready for some morning toast, except not going to happen because I haven't had a carb in 2 weeks. And I'm
that Atkins life.
That Atkins life.
Back on it.
Slow and steady. I don't know, man.
How do you feel, though?
Lethargic, tired, hungry, sad.
So you know how keto, you get that keto sickness when you first start?
The
Is it that
induction
same thing?
flu. Yes, and every time I restart Atkins, which is all the time because I'm always going off of it, you go through the induction flu where literally you feel sick and just like lethargic, and you know it's the induction flu, so you just have to power through and drink some electrolytes. But it is very much a thing.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's why you shouldn't restart it so many times because the induction flu is terrible.
Ugh. Okay.
And you get like just headaches.
I'm never going to do it.
But now I'm in a good place. Now I'm like,
that's good.
I don't have cravings really, and it's decent. It's just there's not that many things I can eat.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I started eating kosher beef jerky, which is kind of fun.
That scares me a little.
No, I know. Beef jerky is so scary. But
it's so scary. Like, what is it?
Quite good. I don't know. It's just like dried meat and...
But how come it doesn't have to be refrigerated?
Because it has like so much sodium, I think. Like,
oh.
You know, it's good for a wartime situation, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, at least I'm not eating like Slim Jims.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry to everyone who eats Slim Jims.
Slim Jims.
Okay, first up, Taylor Swift, James Corden, and Jennifer Hudson have been announced as the cast of Cats. Jennifer Hudson, Taylor Swift, James Corden, and Ian McKellen have been cast in working titles upcoming movie version of Andrew Lloyd Webber's smash musical Cats. Tom Hooper, the Oscar-winning director of The King's Speech, will direct Cats, which is set to begin shooting in Britain in November. The screenplay by Lee Hall, who did Billy Elliot, is based on Lloyd Webber's musical, which was itself adapted from a book of children's poems by T.S. Eliot. Hudson, who won an Oscar in 2007 for her breakout role in Dreamgirls, will play Grisabella, the former glamour cat who falls on hard times and gets to sing about it in Showstopper Memory. It's unclear which roles will be played by Swift, Corden, and McKellen. The Daily Mail was the first to report the casting news, which was confirmed by Variety. Cats is one of the most successful musicals in history, enjoying long runs both in London's West End and on Broadway. The possibility of a movie version has been long bandied about. Okay, did you ever see Cats?
I saw Cats when I was a kid, and I fell asleep. That's all I remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I know the end of the song's Memory is an iconic song.
How does it go? Is that the one?
It's so high. I don't know if I can sing it.
Memory,
Yes.
All alone in the moonlight. Honestly, that song is a waste of Jennifer Hudson's talents. Like, if I can sing it, barely.
But Glamour Cat is my favorite thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, totally.
She's a former Glamour Cat.
So is it going to be a cartoon where they're doing the voices, or...
Are they going to be dressed?
It says movie version. That doesn't tell us if it's live action.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's live action. That would be beyond stupid. Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson
I feel like it's going to be live action.
Or it'll be like Beauty and the Beast, where the animated characters, so like Lumiere and the Pots, like they were animated, but they had very much human
faces, yeah. But if it's all cats... Well, I guess they could do it that way still.
So it would technically be animated.
Yeah.
A lot of CG.
A lot of CG.
That's like when they said...
CG. I don't know.
I think both. I think CG is short for CGI.
Oh, okay.
That's like when they said that they're doing a live-action remake of The Lion King, which they are.
Right.
How?
Yeah, it's all animals. There's literally no humans in The Lion King.
Right. So I really look forward to seeing, what modern animation can do, but that's really confusing. And why not just choose an easier film? Like, I don't know. I guess they've all been done.
They're doing all of them.
They really are. Now that I think about it,
they've run out of ideas.
Done.
Yeah.
Cinderella, done. No one saw it, but done.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
Which is so crazy because like there's no difference really between Cinderella remake and Beauty and the Beast remake. But Beauty and the Beast
it was just so good.
Smashed the internet.
Smash hit.
At least my internet.
Mine too.
Really? It's so good.
It's so good. I watch it like every time I'm on a plane. I watch it.
It's so good. Except the only problem with watching it on a plane is like you lose a lot of the magic.
Right. It's the same thing with Greatest Showman.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Be Our Guest sequence took 2 years to finalize between all of the lighting and CGI and music and Lumiere? I love him. It's just a masterpiece.
Amazing. It is a masterpiece. You can't surpass the levels of magic. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So that makes me excited for Cats. And honestly, this is an inspired cast because, first of all, Taylor Swift doing something, not just putting out her own album. Like, this is the perfect thing for her because it'll be very, well-respected. James Corden, Jennifer Hudson. It's a good cast to be in. And she is the cat lady queen herself.
Oh, my gosh. She's dying that she got this role. I didn't even think about that.
Right? So it really makes a lot of sense, and it's a great next step for her, I think, career-wise. And if she ever wants a chance at being an EGOT, she's going to have to put herself out there in roles like this.
She deserves an EGOT.
But she does. But she's never
not
acted.
now, but in her life, she will. She deserves one.
But she definitely deserved an Oscar for her role in Valentine's Day, opposite Taylor Lautner.
Oh my!
Isn't that crazy that she used to do shit like that?
That is crazy. I completely forgot about that.
No, I know. And I could use a little Taylor on Broadway, Tony style. Oh she could be an EGOT. She just has to it requires a lot of risk taking, I think.
Do you think John Legend is going to be the next EGOT?
I hope that he is because
I do too.
I just get so excited about EGOT-tree that I hope that we have one.
It's very prestigious.
It's so prestigious, and it's really it's really incredible. For as
It is.
bullshit as those awards are, getting one of each, pretty cool. So I would love to see an EGOT like of our generation.
Me too.
And-
he deserves.
And also Lady Gaga deserves.
Oh my gosh. Lady
Like
Gaga.
justice for her,
deserves
justice
every award
for
in the
that
world.
documentary song that didn't win an Oscar. Till It Happens to You. You don't know what it's like till it happens to you. Anyways, I'm very excited about this. I feel like it'll be great.
I agree. Great cast.
Great casting so far. It doesn't start shooting till October, so you can expect to see it in 5 years.
72 years.
Right? It's like, what if these people aren't even famous anymore? Like, what if Taylor Swift, like, just fades into the distance?
She's
Not that that
irrelevant.
would ever happen. But that's
It
just,
could, though.
these celebrities have to have so much patience. It's
Absolutely.
like, we were just saying, Descendants 3 just filmed rapping. But when are we actually going to see the movie? In a year?
I feel like DComs roll around pretty quickly.
But it might be
But if it's
in
going to theaters, true.
DComs are where it's at. I just downloaded the Disney app. I was telling Stephen McGee yesterday, and like I have access to all these DComs now.
Do they have like the old ones?
They have they have a mixed bag. There's some new ones like Teen Beach Movie, underrated, but there's also Smart House, Johnny Tsunami.
Oh my gosh, I'm downloading it as
Xenon.
soon as I get home.
Yeah,
Xenon.
yeah. No,
You know,
it's
actually,
pretty.
Xenon was never my favorite, but like I can appreciate the artistry of it.
I
you know?
totally agree.
Yeah.
It never like spoke to me.
Right.
But it's cool.
It's cool.
Anyways, very exciting about Cats. Our next
exciting.
story is also in some new casting news. A lot of people are shook about this. I don't watch Teen Mom, so I
neither.
can't appreciate the news, but Bristol Palin is joining the cast of Teen Mom OG, which just inherently doesn't seem like it makes sense to me because
No.
OG is the original gangsters of Teen Mom.
Right.
Was she ever on Teen Mom? No.
No, but maybe because she's an OG teen mom.
Right,
IRL.
and she, like, it was like life was imitating art while we had this show Teen Mom, and then, like, Bristol Palin was a teen mom, and there was just a lot of teen moms at the time. So I do think she deserves to be grouped in with Teen Mom.
Yeah, it's just why?
Well, I mean,
Why?
I don't know, but maybe this will explain. There's a new teen mom in town. According to multiple outlets, none other than Bristol Palin is set to join the cast of MTV's Teen Mom OG for season 8. The casting announcement comes on the heels of Farrah Abraham's contentious departure from the long-running reality TV series. Honestly, I don't keep up with these people, but Farrah Abraham has got to go. Like,
She scares me.
what's that shirt that's like "Stop making stupid people famous"? Like, I know that they're talking about the Kardashians, but they shouldn't be. They should be talking about Farrah Abraham.
They should be talking about. Did you see she got in a feud with Drita from Mob Wives?
Right, and like you don't fuck with Drita.
That's the one person
And,
that
like,
you don't start a feud with.
I don't watch that much Mob Wives. I've only seen a few episodes, but like I know well enough to know that like Drita is everything.
Like she's a mob wife too.
Like, who do you think you are?
Don't do it.
Who do you think you
Farrah.
are? Ever since mom Sarah Palin ran for vice president of the United States in 2008, fans have witnessed Bristol's evolution from a teenager with a newborn baby, aka a teen mom, to a proud mother of 3. The 27-year-old gave birth to 9-year-old son Trip Johnston at the age of 17 and has since welcomed 2-year-old daughter Sailor Meyer and 1-year-old daughter Atlee Meyer. In February, Palin's husband, U.S. Marine veteran Dakota Meyer, filed for divorce after almost 2 years of marriage. Okay, so she was pretty much made for a reality TV show, and I'm glad that, now we'll get to watch this unfold. Actually, I won't be watching
No, I was going
this.
to say we won't be watching.
We won't be
We're
watching
not
this.
watching it unfold.
My favorite thing about Teen Mom, though, is that they have a British version called Teen Mum, which is just perfection.
Are you kidding?
Like, I'm pretty sure.
That
unless
is
like
incredible.
Unless I was being like
Teen Mom.
pranked, I'm pretty sure there's a British version called Teen Mum,
That is
which
so
is just
funny.
everything. That's a show I'd watch.
I would watch Teen Mom, not Teen Mom.
And here's the thing, like I will watch the worst television on the planet, but I draw the line at Teen Mom. Like
Me too.
people go hard for it. However,
Why? Why?
I don't know, but you've heard the statistic that ever since the show premiered, like the rates of teenage pregnancies has gone down.
Okay, well that's good. That's a good thing.
Right.
We'll
'cause,
give them
like,
that.
They're showing how truly treacherous it really is. Just use a condom.
Just use a condom.
Right?
Words to live by.
That's really crazy. So I guess they're making an impact. I still won't be watching, but this seems to be, everyone is shook by this news. I'm seeing it everywhere.
I know. I
Like,
saw such funny tweets about it.
Really?
Someone was like, as if America hasn't been through enough. Now Bristol Palin is on Teen Mom.
It's just, it all comes full circle. Even though she's 27 now, she's on Teen Mom. It's like, you kind of miss your window. It's fine. I'm not going to complain. 3 kids under the age of, at the age of 27, that's wild.
That's wild.
She has her hands full. Maybe I will watch. Sounds interesting.
Okay, we'll give her a second chance.
Okay, this next story is really sad. Olympic figure skater Denis Ten is dead at 25 after a fatal stabbing. This news is so shocking. The figure skating world is mourning the loss of one of their own. Olympic medalist Denis Ten passed away after reportedly being stabbed in Kazakhstan. He was 25. The International Skating Union is deeply saddened by the news from media in Kazakhstan announcing the passing of figure skater Denis Ten, the organization wrote on Twitter. Our heartfelt condolences go out to Denis's family, friends, and fans across the world. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach added, Denis Ten was a great athlete and great ambassador for his sport, a warm personality and a charming man, such a tragedy to lose him at such a young age. According to a report from RT.com, Denis got into a heated argument with two men who were allegedly trying to steal the mirrors off of his car. A physical altercation followed where the Olympic athlete was reportedly stabbed. That is so sad. Denis won the bronze medal at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. Because of his win, he became the first figure skater from Kazakhstan to medal at the Olympic Winter Games. After battling through injuries, he was able to compete in the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, where he finished 27th. Soon after the news was revealed, several athletes expressed their condolences on social media, like Adam Rippon, Johnny Weir, and some others from the figure skating community. This is really sad.
And it's just like a freak thing to happen. Like it was random.
Yeah, I guess. That's so, so sad.
Horrible.
We're thinking of his family and the whole figure skating community. That's so young, 25.
So young. That's my age.
That's my age too.
You too.
Yeah.
We're the same.
We always forget that we're the same age.
I know. I think that you're older than me for some reason.
Because I'm like a grade older than you.
Yeah, you're a grade older.
But I'm young for my grade. I
True.
think because I skipped a few grades because I'm so smart.
She's a genius.
I love telling people that.
That's
even though
so
it's not
funny.
true. It's just the cutoff was late where I'm from.
Keep telling
But
me
I'm
that.
also smart.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a really sad story, but I hope everyone can find peace and justice is served. Find those vicious men.
Yeah, they got to get them
For
and lock them
mirrors
up.
on cars, like how vain are you?
Where is Kazakhstan?
It's Borat.
Yeah, I know it's Borat, but
It's funny because when Borat came out, I thought they made up the country
I did
Kazakhstan
too.
because like how can you just drag a country through the mud like that? But I guess you can.
I guess it's like maybe in the Balkans. If that was from the Russian times, right? They quoted RT.
Where is it? Central Asia.
Okay, ignore. Sorry, I know nothing about geography.
The Russian times. I didn't know that's what RT was. I know nothing about geography. It's in Central Asia, and I hope that justice is served for Denis and his family.
Horrible.
Okay,
So sad.
this next story. So recently, the Morning Toast has just really become like a wealth of news and knowledge, and just reporting on all subjects.
Yes.
You know, big, small, tech, science, sports, music, entertainment.
Well-rounded.
Well-rounded. Something we've never spoken about on this show is Fortnite. However, NBC News is reporting that Fortnite, which is free to play, has pulled in more than $1 billion, report says.
Wow.
People aren't just playing Fortnite either. Viewers watched about 580 million hours of game action in May. So not only are people playing Fortnite, people are just watching Fortnite the way that we watch Bravo. Isn't that crazy?
Mind-blowing.
Does your man play Fortnite?
No, thank God.
Neither does mine, but like, I feel like either...
But do adults play it, or is it just kids?
I think adults play too. Do you guys play Fortnite?
No, but everyone else.
But adults
No,
play it.
they say no, but everyone else in the world does. Yeah, adults play it too. So here's the info. The wildly popular online game Fortnite has surpassed $1 billion in revenue, according to a new report from research firm Superdata. It's a particularly impressive number considering the game is free to play and has been out for about a year. But in that time, it has turned into a phenomenon, both in terms of its popularity as a game as well as in its cultural impact. Fortnite, developed by Epic Games, was released in late 2017 and makes money entirely from in-app purchases, where players spend real dollars to buy in-game currency in order to customize their avatars.
It's like The Sims.
Totally, or like Kim Kardashian Hollywood.
Yes.
The game, which pits 100 players in a fight to the death, known as a battle royale, has attracted both experienced gamers and novices to the point where the game has become nearly ubiquitous, with in-game victory dances turning up in real life, including at the World Cup final. Oh my God, what's the victory dance? Anyone know?
I don't know what it's called, but it looks stupid.
We don't know what it's called, but it looks stupid.
As I would imagine.
Land on your side.
It's a backflip and then you land on your side, which doesn't seem totally feasible, but I guess because these are video game characters, they can do whatever hell they want, and I guess if you're athletic enough, you can achieve it as well. Superdata attributes Fortnite's rapid success to the fact that it is free and is available on a wide variety of platforms, from Nintendo Switch to Xbox One to even a mobile version for iOS. The report also notes the added attention from celebrities and gamers, and the easy learning curve for new players. But it's not just that a lot of new people are playing the game. Fortnite has also emerged in recent months as one of the most watched video games. Viewers watch more than 574 million hours of Fortnite on streaming platform Twitch, easily outpacing other video games according to the Super Data report. The combination for Fortnite and celebrities has drawn sizable audiences, with one popular video game streamer session with rapper Drake reaching 635,000 concurrent viewers. Shit, Drake plays Fortnite?
Must be cool then.
It's just so crazy when something is going on in the world, like so massive and just totally taking over the culture, and you just don't even know about it.
I know. It's like Pokemon Go. I never played, but it was massive.
Oh,
for a
I never
while.
played Pokemon Go. Right, totally.
It's the same thing.
Except I used to love Pokemon back in the day.
I never got into it.
I fucked so hard with Pokemon, and it was like I
Who was
remember.
your favorite?
Pikachu is like way too basic. Maybe it was Charmander. I really don't remember. But I remember one time I like did my chores and like instead of an allowance, I was like, can I get Pokemon cards? Like, are you kidding me?
That's
so
innocent.
Stupid.
But it's so sweet and innocent. You had no idea.
No, I had no idea like how far $20 might have gone instead of Pokemon cards. And we didn't even know how to play them because we're like 4 girls. We just used to like play them, put them down and pick them up.
Just like see what they look like.
No, like, I'll
Shuffle
trade
them
you a
up.
Charmander for...
Yeah, trade.
Those were the days, you guys. Pokemon cards.
Simpler times.
Simpler times. But anyways, I guess the new Pokemon is Fortnite. And it really is taking over the world because I feel like I'm always seeing memes about Fortnite.
Me too, and I don't know what they mean.
And I don't relate to them personally, but I can understand that so what I'm gathering here is like a man, it's like you could have your ass in your man's face, but he still wants to play Fortnite. That's what the memes are saying. Right? Like
Yes.
like or he's like looking over your naked body to play Fortnite.
Right.
Those are the memes.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
No, I really can't. And then so there's a new Toasters group called I'm in Love with the Toaster. And
Yes,
they
I saw that.
affectionately call themselves Broasters, because I guess the majority of them are men. And in there, they're already talking about Fortnite.
They are?
Yes.
So, yeah, what do they talk about? What do they
I don't
say?
know. They're like any Fortnite players, and I guess in the comments, they're exchanging their handles and maybe playing each other.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know.
That is amazing. You're bringing so many people together.
Yes, we
Like
really
just
are.
over mutual interests.
Right.
And it's beautiful.
And like I always wonder,
the toasty community.
Fortnite, like people are loving it, and I wonder if I actually took the time to sit down and play, if I would like it too.
But what, I don't even know what it, like what
just
is
like-
the game? What happens?
Like you're trying to kill people.
Battle
Battle Royale. So it's 100 people in a pit or in a scenario, and you have to kill all,
And you have weapons?
and you have weapons.
Last person standing.
Last person standing. Did they win any money?
No, but people probably gamble.
They don't win money, but
People
people probably
gamble.
gamble on it and place bets. And then I guess if they're streaming on Twitch, you can pay people on Twitch. So like you probably can get paid if you're like a big Fortnite winner.
Fascinating. It's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly. Or
Like
like
Freaks
Grand
and
Theft
Geeks.
Auto. I guess it's always something in the video
It's
game
always
community.
something.
Or Super Mario Party, which why did we ever stop playing that, you guys?
I love Super Mario. And Mario Kart.
I used to play that so
Me too.
much. And it's like now I wonder if I got a PlayStation and I got Super Mario, if I would like play.
You might. It might be like a good de-stressor, you know?
No,
Or like,
totally.
what, did you ever play Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
No.
That was a good one.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Me and my friends used to play that me and Liz used to play that all the time.
Liz Gillies.
Yes.
From Dynasty.
From Dynasty.
Which is a very toasty show.
The Toasty Show, and I'm so glad that you have been promoting it, and everyone needs to watch it.
We love it so much. Oh my God, I would have forgotten to ask you about her. So Kristin is best childhood friends with Liz Gilly, aka Palin from Dynasty. They have started filming season 2.
Yes.
I've been seeing on Rafael de la Fuente's Insta story,
Yes.
and it's so funny because on Insta story he literally acts like Sammy Joe.
So I haven't met him, but like Liz loves him. He seems so cool.
Have you met anyone from the cast?
Yes, I went to the set and I met the dad,
Blake.
I met the butler, who was from the OC, which was a huge deal
Anders.
for me. Anders. And he's Australian in real life. He has an Australian accent.
That's crazy.
As is Fallon's brother,
Steven.
Steven also
The
has an
worst.
accent. Yeah.
That's so
Crystal.
so crazy. So Crystal's not coming back for season 2.
I'm not sure.
Well, she said
Oh,
she
she
put it
did?
out on Instagram, and it's like, why wouldn't they just wait and have her die or something?
Well,
You know?
How did the last episode end off? She was in the fire, right?
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Everyone was. So anyone
So
could
maybe
be.
she'll die.
Right, but why would she already say she's not coming back for season 2? Did something happen?
I actually have no idea.
Really?
Really.
Okay. And have you seen any of Fallon's looks for season 2?
I haven't seen any Fallon looks yet. I'm planning to go down to the set. It's in Atlanta, so I'm planning to go probably next month. So I'll report back if I see any amazing looks.
And is the house a real house?
No.
What?
So the exterior
I hate that.
is.
But
exterior is.
The living room
No.
foyer situation?
It's all a set.
Ugh,
Everything.
I literally,
Fallon's office, everything's a set.
that makes me so sad. Well, Fallon's office being a set makes sense, but the house seems to have flow. What's the point of building a fake house if you could just go to a real house?
It's a good question.
That is deeply
It has
upsetting.
a beautiful big staircase.
And even the upstairs makes sense where there's 2 doors to the study and it never has goofs where it's oh, if you went out that door you wouldn't end up where you.
Yeah, they do it
where
really well.
They do it really well.
But yeah, the hallways when you go upstairs, it just leads to nothing. They're just doors.
Oh my God, I want to cry. Does Liz love being on the show because it's the best show ever?
Yes, and even just based on the outfit she gets to wear it's all top
Gucci.
designer. Gucci,
Balmain.
Dolce & Gabbana, everything's amazing.
Does she get to keep any of the clothes?
I don't think she gets to keep them now,
Okay.
but maybe in the future.
And when celebrities have the greatest role, a TV show role, and they just resent it and they don't want to talk about it. Liz loves being Fallon, right?
Fallon is amazing. Yeah, she loves it.
I feel
Fallon is such a good role.
It's such a good role, and I feel based on her Instagram, I can tell that she really likes being Fallon because she's always posting
It's
pictures
perfect
from
for her.
set. It's perfect for her. She's wearing clothes that she would be wearing anyway.
Right.
And she's just always so glam.
Always so glam, just living the best life.
What are her? Has she said anything about Nicolette Sheridan?
No. She said great to work with, iconic, obviously, and yeah.
Did she watch the old Dynasty?
So she's a huge fan of Joan Collins. And she actually got to meet her, which was awesome for her. And I think when she got the role or was auditioning for the role, she went back and watched all of them just to do research. And it was just it's amazing. It's an iconic
It really
show.
is. And I really, really hope, Toasters, we need to be toaster strong on this one. We need the show to go on for a very long time because it's the closest thing we're going to get to Gossip Girl 2.0.
Exactly. And maybe we can get Liz on the toast at some point.
When she's finished filming. Or,
Fingers crossed.
If we have to go down to Atlanta, we can make it happen. Also, we'll be there for the Super Bowl, so maybe we could do
Oh my God, I want to go to the Super Bowl.
You should go to Atlanta during the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to go.
Great. And we could stay at the Carringtons.
Yes, the fake house.
Don't remind me. Oh my God, speaking of fake movie set houses, wow, you guys, I couldn't have asked for a better segue. Thank you, Sin. The Brady Bunch house hits the market for nearly $1.9 million. Here's the story of a lovely family home, which just hit the market for $1.885 million, which, I don't know, seems pretty steep considering it's a 1-floor, hasn't been updated since the 70s, ranch style. You would have to, that's a fixer-upper.
Totally. I've actually seen it. I've driven past.
What? Where is it?
It's in LA somewhere. So I went and drove past once just to see it. And yeah, it's definitely fixer-upper.
Oh, wow.
It looks like it's stuck in the 70s.
This photo, though, looks really nice.
The landscaping is nice.
The landscaping is nice. And definitely, on realestate.com, they put up some nice photos. That sunset.
Pretty.
And it's they lit the house inside so it looks nicer on the outside. Wow, I see your tricks.
Remember the backyard where they used to do potato sack races?
Yes. Honestly, I'm excited for whoever buys this house. I do hope it is a true fan, though, and that doesn't tear it down because it's a little piece of history. And honestly, I'd rather live in this house than the Full House house.
Same. But I read that it's considered the second most famous house in the country, just after the White House.
What?
That's what it's considered.
More than Full House?
More than Full House. It's number 2.
That's crazy.
I don't know what number Full House is, though. That I would like to find out. Must be 3.
Oh my goodness. So the Brady Bunch house, a traditional style residence near the Colfax Meadows neighborhood, was used for outdoor representations of the beloved television family's abode. Honestly, I feel at this point that Kardashian-Jenner house could be number 3, even though it's a fake house. And then their old ranch style house would be number 4.
Yeah.
Totally. That included the show's opening and closing scenes, as well as numerous interludes to denote the time of day. Interior scenes for the Brady Bunch were filmed in studio. Okay, so things haven't changed that much, because I was about to say, like, if they were filming in a house back in the day, like, why can't they film Dynasty in a mansion? But it's fine.
We're going to have to find out.
I'm going to move on from it. Violet and George McAllister bought the 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house in 1973 for $61,000 record show. The series ran from September 1969 to March 1974 before moving into reruns and syndication. Ernie Carswell, a Douglas Elliman agent who was listing the property, said the split-level house has been updated and upgraded but retains almost the exact interior decor from that era, though the layout does not resemble the TV show home. Right, it's like if you're buying a TV home, you want that interior.
Of course. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, you just get the
they're
outside.
Probably priced like more than what it's worth just because it's a famous house.
Totally.
So that's what you want it to look like.
But then it's also like people are going to be driving by all the time. That kind of is a detractor.
And the Full House house, they just shut down the street to commercial vehicles. So like tour buses can't go by it anymore because all the neighbors complain.
But isn't there a park across the street?
Yeah.
So can't everyone just go to the park?
You just can't take like a tour bus, like like the hop on, hop off of San Francisco and go by the Full House.
That's crazy. I see so many pictures of people like jumping in front of it, and it's like, damn, that's annoying.
Well, who lives there? I wonder.
Know. It has to be someone thirsty. Like, you can't live there if you're not thirsty.
Yeah, you go into it knowing that there's going to be a lot of people. It's the same thing with Carrie Bradshaw's Brownstone. I think about that all the time too.
True. If I lived in one of those houses, I would just like leave a sign on the door that says like, follow me on Instagram. At Jackie O Problems, at The Morning Toast, at Pub with No Job, at Girl with No Job, at Tiffany Thornton, at Boy with No Job, at Olivia Oshry, at Margot Oshry, at Body by Snitch. Wow, we have a lot of family handles. And that's not even all of them. Hungover and Hungry.
Hungover and Hungry is a good one.
I'm hungry. I'm not hungover. I haven't drank in a few days. I'm waiting till Sunday.
That's good. I always say I'm not going to drink during the week, but then I get home from work and I'm like, one glass,
One glass won't hurt. And it really won't. A doctor says.
Yeah, good for the heart.
A rock wall fireplace and wood-paneled walls are among classic details found in the living room, which features a built-in bar. Ooh, okay. Now we're talking. Floral wallpaper and window coverings are another vintage touch. The home's music hall intercom and whole house radio also remain. This is a postcard of exactly what homes looked like in the 1970s. I mean, that's really sweet if you are a 1970s fetishist, which I feel
there definitely are.
There definitely are, and there are worse things to be.
It was a good time.
Do you ever watch Mad Men?
Yes, of course.
So the apartment that they move into,
yes, and it's
that
like
Megan
carpet.
Draper. I feel like that's the
Yes.
interior of the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah, definitely similar to that.
So, and I wonder if that's definitely a set. And she took all the furniture.
Definitely
Spoiler
a set.
alert. Sorry. Anyway, speaking of TV shows, we need to recap Southern Charm because
Yes.
last night was part 1 of the reunion, and I have so many thoughts. I don't even think I'm going to remember to talk about all of them. So first of all, this episode should have been called True Justice for Catherine, even though all season has been leading up to this. Oh my God, I wanted to cry when Cameron was crying, and I'm really so glad that Cameron recognized how mean she was to Catherine, just based on what Thomas had said about her, and it really all came full circle, and I personally forgive Cameron. I love her so much as a person, but just when it came to Catherine, I thought she was just not the nicest and on the wrong side of history a little bit, because I've been standing Catherine since day one, and I always understood where she was coming from, and I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who can say that.
Maybe because you're both redheads.
Probably. I just identified with her. And I almost wish we were doing the show 5 years ago, because I would have the proof that was I was always Team Catherine.
Right.
Just like how now I'll have the proof that I was always Team Bethany when it turns out that I'm right.
It's not.
Kristen's another Team Carol.
Jackie, you're on the wrong side of history
No,
on
I'm
this
not.
one.
You are. And the reason why I'm not getting scrappy about fighting about it is because I'm just sitting back and waiting for justice, for the chips to fall where they may.
Okay.
And for the winner to be announced.
But the one thing is Bethany keeps saying that Carol is going through a midlife crisis, but I feel like Bethany is the one going through a midlife crisis.
I feel like Bethany is just going through crisis after crisis.
Well, yeah, she's in a permanent crisis.
I think Carol is going through a midlife crisis. The way that she's acting and behaving, she thinks she's acting like a 20-year-old.
But I feel like she's always acted like that.
She's always there's a difference to the way she's acting now. She always acted young and hip and downtown, and she always acted cool, because she is cool.
She's cool.
But now she's just acting the way a middle schooler acts on their phone, taking selfies with Tinsley and traveling. Whereas I felt before Carol was traveling and being cool, she wasn't so concerned with taking selfies and like posting about it. I don't know. I just felt like she was like a cool girl, like didn't have to try, and now it feels like she's really trying.
Okay, that's
and
fair.
even in
I
her
could see
side
that.
commentary, like the things that she's saying, like in Bethany's side commentary, she like makes me laugh so hard. And she's
Well, Bethany's really funny, and Carol's not.
and Carol's just like cringeworthy, and I'm just not going to side with the cringe.
I just have never been Team Bethany.
Me neither, though, and that's why I feel even stronger that Bethany is right, because I shouldn't be having this strong of a reaction.
But don't you feel like she's just rude? Like I feel she's just miserable, and she takes it out on other people.
I don't feel like she's miserable as like a human being. I feel like circumstances have forced her, like she's very stressed out. And so I don't think she's in misery.
She's had to go through a lot.
When they're like out to dinner, I feel like someone who's a misery to be around, it's like they can't smile, they can't laugh, like just please leave. I don't feel that way with her. I feel like, yes, she has a lot going on in the back of her mind, but when she's like drinking or having fun with Sonia, like they're truly having a good time.
Yeah.
And so
Her
I
and
feel
Sonia
like
together
calling
have been
someone
cute.
like miserable is so like mean. So when Carol's saying that to her, like you're just miserable to be around, like don't use like that applies to some people. It's not applying to the situation right now. She has a lot on her plate. It's definitely like clouding her on this trip. But I don't think she's miserable to be around. I think she's looking to have a good time, and it's like everywhere she goes, she's being attacked, whether it's from her husband, from the court, from Carol, from Dorinda, who like, what? She brought you to Puerto Rico.
Dorinda needs to get it together this season, and I love Dorinda, but I don't totally agree with her this season.
At all.
Yeah.
She just keeps stepping in it, and it's like Bethany was such a good friend to you. She could have brought anyone to Puerto Rico. It's part of the reason why she's not talking to Carol. She chose you, and like you turn on her over a nutcracker.
The Nutcracker.
Which she thanked you for?
The Nutcracker, yeah. The Nutcracker was the craziest thing I've seen.
And whose side were you on there?
The Nutcracker, I'm on Bethany's side.
Okay, good.
Because she did thank her. And she was so happy. And she...
What more of a reaction would you want?
I know. Yeah, that was crazy.
And the marathon texts?
The marathon texts, you need to refresh my memory. What did she text her?
She texted her like congrats like a couple different times, and like it wasn't like a big enough reaction for Carol, who also didn't answer the texts.
Carol was like also a little bit annoying about the marathon. Like she made she did make too big a deal out of it. Like people run the marathon all the time. It is an amazing feat.
It is, and honestly, when I watched her run when she finished, like all the stuff leading up to the marathon was annoying, but when she finished the marathon, I was like, wow, that really is a big deal, especially to do like so late in life.
And yeah, because she never worked out before.
Right. Yeah. So like, that's a big accomplishment. But everything else, like, you don't run the marathon so everyone can say congrats on running the marathon. Like, you truly run it for yourself. So if that's what you're looking for is validation from Bethany, keep looking. Anyway, let's get back to Southern Charm.
Yes.
I was so happy to see Cameron just like break down, understand where Catherine's coming from, and to close the book on that, because like it's a long time coming. Mm-hmm. I'm just annoyed because Thomas isn't there. Like, this should be happening in front of Thomas. Like, he did all of this to Catherine, and he's going to get off scot-free, especially because Catherine's not going to talk shit about him because she's going to play by the rules. She wants her custody. She wants her child support. Like, she can't even say anything. So Thomas is never going to have his day in Bravo court, which is annoying.
I think he might.
How?
I mean, well, judging by the lawsuits that are
he's going to have his day in court for sure.
In regular court, but not
like
Bravo court.
In Bravo court, like, no, he needs to be held accountable for all the terrible things that he did to Catherine and the situations that he's put her in. And like, her having to take a drug test still whenever he decides, even though he's under criminal investigation
that's insane.
For raping women, like, that's crazy. Maybe just like let it go for a second. You know, she's not doing drugs. Maybe decide to trust her because you're the most untrustworthy man on the face of the earth.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. It's a man's world still.
It is, but as Catherine said, like, the good old boy system is dying. I look forward to being dead, buried in the ground somewhere. Someone's calling me. You can scram. Don't you know I do a morning show? Next up, I want to talk about Naomi and Craig, because I have never laughed harder from a TV show, from a Bravo show, than when Naomi was like, she was talking about her nose job, and Craig was like, you know, it just made me so sad. Like, I think you're so beautiful, and when you look in the mirror, like, you didn't see that same beauty. And she was like, and which was kind of a dig to say, because it's like, oh, Craig thought you were so beautiful and you thought you were ugly, like you have no self-worth. Like, he was trying to like be on his soapbox a little bit, and then when she was like, I mean, I didn't see Quasimodo in the mirror, I just didn't like my nose, and it's like, thank you, like it doesn't have to be that deep.
It's not that deep, as Carol would say.
As Carol would say, and you know what, we're 20 years old, we can say that.
Yeah.
25, we're in our 20s.
We're 20.
We're 20, guys, we can't drink yet. I was laughing so hard
That's
because
funny.
like anyone else would have been like, he would have won that argument just by being like, I loved you the way you were and clearly you didn't love yourself. And then that speaks to like a larger issue. Maybe like she didn't love herself enough to be with him because like you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. Like no fuck no, I did not see Quasimodo. It's just my nose. I was laughing
Good for her.
so hard.
I think I fell asleep before that part.
I literally had to pause. Like I was watching with Zach. He's never seen me laugh so hard from a TV show. And it was
my
just
gosh.
so fun. I wasn't expecting that. Like, oh my God, it was amazing. So anyways, Craig and Naomi are legitimately never getting back together.
Never ever.
But I'm okay. I've made peace with it. And you know, like, I think
You enjoyed them as a couple?
I did enjoy them as a couple. I enjoy them both as individuals, like on TV and in real life. We've like hung out with them multiple times, and I really like them both so much. Like they're both great people. And so when they first broke up, honestly, I was kind of waiting for them to get back together. And even watching the show this season, like there were a few times where they almost did, and I was hoping that they might.
Hopeless romantic.
But you know what? They're both great people, and they'll find other great people, and that doesn't mean that they have to be together. And Craig was being very frustrated during the reunion. On the one hand, being like, Naomi, tell me one lie I ever said to you. And then on the other hand, being like, I can't help myself from lying. And then he's like, you can't even say a lie I did. 20 minutes later, I just lie about everything because I can.
He needs to get his story straight.
He needs to just be like held accountable. And he really is the definition of talking in circles. He reminds me of like someone in the workplace who like does a presentation and like they're talking so much that you think they're saying something, but if you're actually listening, they're not saying anything, but no one's really listening, so they get away with it and it sounds like they are really prepared.
Right.
Like he's the type of kid in class who like didn't do the reading but is gonna raise his hand. You know, it's like,
Totally.
how brave are you? And like
It's
no one's
ego.
gonna, like no one else did the reading, so no one knows that you're not saying anything.
Right.
Except for the professor, who's not an asshole enough to call you out. Story of my life. Anyways, I just felt like the reunion, I almost wanted to like tie it up in a bow and put it away after last night's episode because it was everything we needed. And like now Ashley's coming out and like.
So did she come out at the end or no?
No, they just intermittently was
Right,
showing
I saw
her.
Yeah. Doing her hair.
Stin fell asleep during the reunion.
I fell asleep. Wait, but do you know what's so funny is that we reported this on page6.com that she had like a 5 p.m. call time and she showed up at 8 a.m.
Really?
to the reunion taping.
That's
so like
wild.
it makes sense to me when I was last night watching it, like her just like messing with her hair and like the whole time just showing like her obsessing over it because she had a lot of time.
Oh my goodness. And it's so crazy. You know what really spoke to me? When she got out of the car and she's being so polite to the driver and
So
the man
polite.
who opened the car. Thank you. And it's like, that is the woman who walked onto the set of The Morning Toast that we met. And that's why we were so kind to her and listened, heard her out. It was before Hilton had happened. So we were like, you know what? Maybe this woman like really is a kind person.
Like misunderstood.
Wants to make it work with
Yeah.
Catherine. We had no clue what was coming in this season. We knew that she called Catherine an egg donor, but you know, people have bad days, so it's fine.
That is
so like we were
so
willing to look past it.
horrible.
So that like when she was being so nice to everyone, the makeup artist, like being like, you know, I have a little temper, so I just, you know, need to keep it sweet. Like that's who we met on the Toast, and that's how we were so duped into having a rational conversation with her. Anyways.
So what did she say when she was on the Toast? I think I missed that episode.
Oh my God. So she was just saying that she like just really wants to like be a co-parent to Catherine, like everything that you would think a normal person would say, you know, about her relationship with Thomas, how she got on the show, how she met Thomas, her life as a nurse, why she hasn't been practicing nursery in Charleston. Everything was just like very logical, clear cut, and Thomas came here with her.
Oh really?
He was sitting right there, met him, took pictures with them. He was sitting right there. This was before the allegations.
Of course.
So they seemed like a really like sweet couple. He was like supporting her on her first big interview with like a international news agency, very prestigious, and they were like really sweet and normal. And wow, boy,
How times have changed.
boy, were we duped. So, anyways, when she got out of the car, that like really spoke to me, and I was like, oh, I understand how we thought the things that we thought before we saw the show. So, next week looks very nasty. And what bothers me is it seems as though from talking to like some of the cast members and, you know, even what Bravo has said is like by the end of her whole tirade next week, like I think people will start to feel bad for her because she seems a little bit like brainwashed.
Yeah.
She's very, very thin. She's almost like a prisoner. But that will just let her off the hook, you know, saying that. I feel like her and Thomas are both going to get off the hook on this one by saying she's like, he's crazy, he's made her crazy. He doesn't have to show up to be held accountable for his actions. And it's kind of annoying because like he deserves to experience one morsel of what Catherine has gone through on reunions.
Yeah. So you don't think she's going to take accountability at all?
No, I think she's going to continue to be an asshole, and by the end, they're just going to feel like she's brainwashed. Even though, like, she pursued him. She moved to Charleston. Like, she is the one not letting go of him.
Right.
You know? But they're going to be like, oh, he has her under his thumb. But, like, I don't know if it's like that. Because, like,
seems like
in the
she's
season
very
finale,
into
she's
it.
like, I have all this shit on you. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So...
Yikes.
TBD, we'll see. I truly feel like right now Southern Charm is the best show on TV.
I need to catch up. I don't know if you
should
could
watch
tell,
from the
but I'm not
beginning.
fully caught up. I've seen it here and there, especially this season. I've caught more than I have past seasons, but I need to start it from the beginning and go through the whole experience because so many people tell me it's the best show on Bravo. It's the best reality show on TV. So I need to.
I always, like, I want to watch it from the beginning too because it's like every crazy thing that happened because they are doing this show. Like,
right.
Thomas and Catherine never would have met if not for the show.
So
like,
insane.
everything is there for you to watch. So I feel like with a lot of, like, Housewives, it's like all this stuff happened off camera, or like Kyle said to Camille, like, oh, they're filming without you off camera, and we don't know what the hell happened, and we're
Right.
just all inferring.
Right.
Here, it's all there for us to see, and watch it through the lens of Catherine is not that bad, and I think you'll be surprised.
From what I know about her, I feel for her. Like, I don't think of her as any sort of villain or anything.
Totally,
Yeah.
but like the world did, but not this girl, not me. And even Cameron was talking about how when she first gave birth, like she really struggled. She would cry
what'd you
every
think
day.
about that?
I thought she's just like the most open, brave, like honest person on Instagram, and I really, really appreciate it. And I'm sure so many people watching just completely related to her and didn't realize that was something that like most women feel.
Right,
But
especially when she said like how when she held her baby she didn't feel an immediate connection. I'm sure people feel that way and no one is brave enough to say that out loud.
Right.
And she said it.
But it's like she has such a track record of being an open book and like honest and funny and real that when she says something, it's like you don't judge her. You're just like, wow, thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So when she said she was going through all of that and she can't imagine Catherine going through that without a support system, like without a man by her side, like,
right.
and with the whole world against her, I was just like, thank you. I know. Anyways, I was very proud of Kat. It was a very beautiful moment. I almost cried. I feel like if I had had kids, I would have definitely cried.
Yeah.
You know? But
Totally.
like Cameron said, until you're a mother, you don't understand. So maybe I don't even understand. I have one question for you because you
Yes.
work at Page Six, and
Yes.
we were talking about this on the show the other day, this Kelly Cutrone story, where she threatened the police because she called a man like exposed himself in front of her.
Uh-huh.
And she like got on the phone and they wouldn't pick up for 2 hours. And she was like, I have 135,000 Instagram followers. I'm a big New York Times bestselling author. Like, I'm going to call Page Six and report it. Did Kelly Cutrone ever call Page Six?
I can't speak to that because if she did, she wouldn't have called me.
Okay.
So, who knows? But if she was threatening it, maybe. I don't know.
And like,
Kelly Cutrone is someone who I haven't thought about in so long.
No, I know.
feel like there was another story with her recently. Something she accused somebody of sexual harassment. Maybe it was
Russell Simmons. Yeah, I think so.
So that was the last time I thought about her. And before then, I hadn't thought about her since Lauren Conrad was interning for her.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
Okay.
She definitely didn't call me.
Or if she did, no one picked up, and therefore she should stop yelling at 911 operators.
That's funny that she said that.
Yeah, it was so crazy. Anyways, Stin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
It was so fun. Have a great time at Taylor Swift tonight. Where can
Thank
everyone
you.
follow you?
Everyone can follow me at Kristin McNamara on Instagram. I just got verified last week, which is very exciting.
I saw the other day that you got verified, and I was like, how long has that been there for?
Literally last week. So now I'm just as prestigious as you.
Oh my gosh, you'll see. It means everything. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am your always loyal host, Jackie O Problems. Feel free to follow me and Tiffany Thornton and Claudia because she's not here to tell you that herself, and Theo because he posts premium content.
Theo
I'm
is so premium.
so in love with Theo.
He's so cute.
I need to go have a Nephew's Sneetches day. Have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you on Monday after the Taylor Swift concert changes my life, and if it doesn't,
Oh my God, it will. It's
I'll
going
be so disappointed.
It's going to.